Hopefully you guys can hear me well. Okay. What's up? It's the Authentic Empress. Okay. So you guys are being viewed, or you are someone with an indestructible spirit. Okay. So your spirit was constantly tested. Okay. You could have been tested in many different ways through many different vessels. Okay. The intent could have been to damage or destroy something about you. Okay. There's something significant about you being under construction, or something that you're doing, something in regards to your path being under construction. So maybe this is why somebody thought you would be susceptible to some type of attack here. Okay. But they found out that you're an indestructible spirit. Okay. This could be several individuals who are perceiving you as that. These same individuals can all share this feeling. It says, I wish I hadn't done what I've done to you. You didn't deserve that. I pay for it every day. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely an energy that doesn't want to see you do any better than them, or any better than what you've already done. So this could have been what motivated them, okay, to attack you, to test your spirit, to try you, okay? So there can be some individuals that's feeling bruised, feeling wounded, feeling confused. Um, Earlier I was watching something. Somebody had sung this old school gospel song. I used to love this song, but heavy emphasis on praise will confuse the enemy. Okay, the way you responded to something here, you didn't respond in a stereotypical way. Okay, somebody was definitely thinking that if they push you or challenge you, I don't know, like it's like they were wanting some type of toxic expression, okay, to come out of you. But there's something about you having authority over yourself, authority over your emotions, authority, being able to have authority over your stance in a situation with how you respond. So whatever this was, you responded with wisdom. This could even be individuals that, they should have handled something with wisdom. There's something about you exposing just how immature, or people's levels of immaturity. Okay, this can even be something significant about a mask that they have. They can have some type of mask that mimics maturity to an extent, right? This can even just be tied to the earthly realm, like to the physical realm, what they do for work, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to emotions, like their psyche and their spiritual selves, there's something about these people lacking maturity there. Okay, especially when it comes to conflict or disagreements. Yeah, it was definitely this energy of whoever this was wanting you to cower to them, wanting you to bow down, wanting you to submit to their energy. Okay, you got mobility here. So they weren't able to stop some type of motion, or this could even been an attempt to pause, create some type of pause, slow you down, some type of delay in your emotion. Okay, but you're indestructible. Some of you guys could have been recovering from something, and somebody thought this was the best time and opportunity to attack you with whatever this was. Okay, but your spirit is indestructible. Yeah. You still have mobility. You still have motion. Okay, something was definitely supposed to put you down. It could have definitely recently been a death spell right here in my hand. A death spell launched, or some type of ending, some type of attempt to end something about you, or even about your mobility, or end you directly. Okay. So your mobility, or you getting up and pressing forward after whatever this was, can definitely be confusing your enemies, or confusing your enemy. Okay. There's something about people desperately wanting to attach to a being who's connected to the source. So it's kind of like that shortcut energy. A good example would be like creating a home cooked meal versus going to a fast food restaurant. And this is not to downplay your energy, your efforts, and who you are in God. But what I mean by that is that shortcut energy that lower vibrational energies try to take is they try to attach themselves to somebody who is very determined, focused, devout, consciously intentional and aware when it comes to their divine walk, okay, their spirituality. So it's something about people looking for ways to attach a cord to you, to harvest and feed off you, opposed to going directly to source like you go directly to source. Okay. Yeah. And this is what's giving you this mobility, this motion. Okay. Yeah, somebody definitely underestimated you or they misread you, okay, because of something being under construction or you being under construction. For some of you guys, it has something to do with you falling ill or something like that. Again, there was definitely a death spell done on somebody. Okay, you could have like literally gotten ill out of nowhere. This was supposed to close you permanently or close something down permanently about you. Okay. Right, especially I just saw Rocky Balboa by Migos in reverse. Now, in that song, the main chorus of that song, they're saying, you say you want to change the game, then you got to make a name, Rocky Balboa. I used to be an underdog, right? Now I'm on top. So there's something about this under construction can even be applying to you having this underdog energy about you, or you appearing as the underdog to some opposition here, okay? Yeah, but there's something about you coming out on top, okay? It's some type of failed attempt to uh trigger a certain reaction out of you, or almost like thinking that they were ripping a mask off of you. Like somebody wanted to see you in a low vibrational form or expression. There's something about even when you do get charged up, you're still somebody that's very intentional about what you speak. You're somebody who's still very prayerful. You know, you're somebody who still runs to God immediately. You go to God first, no matter what the situation is. So this could even been an attempt to put you in a state of worry or anxiety, and somebody feels some type of way because you're not in that at all. Okay, you still have mobility here. There's something about your life, okay, your past experiences proven to you that you have an indestructible spirit. 111 on the clock. Okay, especially with there's something repetitive. There's something that was intentionally repetitively done, okay, or forecasted. Like this was supposed to, somebody wanted to trigger a sense or a feeling of you being haunted by something, you not being able to get away or escape from something. But the reality is that you have escaped. The reality is you have escaped some type of paradigm. The reality is you have ascended, okay, past whatever this was. That's the reality. And so they're trying this, some of you guys, this could definitely be your family. It says family fraud scam exposed. And right behind that, relax your mind. So you're being encouraged by the divine to relax your mind because these are only illusions. They're trying to create illusions, okay? Trying to pull you back, okay, to the past, or trying to it's this energy of trying to imprison you in the past or past karmic cycles, that type of shit. Okay, relax your mind because something is definitely coming into balance, or there's something about you being in balance. Okay, with my aunt here, some of you guys could be burning candles or need to burn a candle to protect yourself, call back, enhance your energy. um so yeah, so this is for somebody who has burned candles, incense, or something like that. This can even been like writing things down and burning it, but there's something significant about fire here. It says burning candles to protect yourself, call back and enhance your energy, wearing your foes out. So your spiritual protection, how you protect yourself, your maintenance, how you rebalance yourself with my eye here is wearing your enemies out or your foes. Okay, this could be people who don't even participate, you know, who don't obviously, like I said, if they feel like they have to come to you or try to attach themselves to you to harvest off your inner fountain opposed to going directly to source, there's obviously some type of block. There's some type of block, okay, that they're facing, that they're dealing with. There's something going on. There's a level of obstruction, okay. This even look, you got death is here again. It says you were reincarnated here, past life royalty. You are this way for a reason. You have this indestructible spirit for a reason. Okay? Yeah. I'm getting to like with this under construction, I feel like this is like an energy that's bigger than you as well, like, or that's just bigger than us. Okay. Hmm. Like just the overall spiritual battle is what I'm getting. So don't be dismayed by who your enemies or demonic energy. Don't be dismayed by who it comes through, right? You guys can already be there. You guys experience, facing people being under demonic possession so many times, in your path and stuff like that. That it makes me think about this SpongeBob episode with the Flying Dutchman, when the Flying Dutchman kept scaring SpongeBob, kept hiding and trying to pop out and scare him. Look, throat chakra attack. Trying to sneak attack him and or scare him, blah blah blah. And because he was doing it so often, SpongeBob basically became immune to the attempts to scare him. He got very bored with it. So you guys can be in that energy, like you're kind of very bored. You're kind of like, well, I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I can't say I'm shocked. I don't feel any of that. Like when somebody who I was speaking about it yesterday in post. I was writing how when somebody who appears to be good, who appears to be on your side, who appears to be of God, and they present themselves a certain way and da 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 da, and then they switch up on you out of nowhere, you're not experiencing that shock value that they want to create for you, right? There's nothing shocking about it. Something that I always say is that devil energy is never unpredictable. Like there's nothing unpredictable about devilish energy. It just be the same shit reincarnated. Okay. Um. Yeah. You passed some type of test. You definitely passed. I'm getting that you passed the test with flying colors. Okay. Embarrassing acts out of desperation. So this is somebody or individuals who engaged in embarrassing acts out of desperation. This could even been people who wanted to fuel some type of embarrassment or humiliation for you so that you will engage in some type of acts out of desperation. But you're not desperate. They're not God. Oh, they're not God. So there's that. There's something about some type of laws here too, or some type of law that protects you. Okay, whether that be earthly laws or spiritual laws, like with whatever these humiliation rituals, whether this be one-on-one, whether this be multitude of people, whatever. This could even be an attempt of somebody trying to reclaim some type of false authority or power or something like that. Okay, when they should have never even been looking at you in that way in the first place. Okay, there's something about you being in your own lane, minding your own business. Okay, under construction, working on. There's something about you being focused on what's being constructed in your life, and people trying to infiltrate, people trying to intrude, people trying to distract. There's something about people wanting you to focus your attention on them. Yeah, but you're focused on some type of motion here. It says free yourself from the shadow prisons of others, and you keep freeing yourself from the shadow prisons of others, or you don't allow yourself to get imprisoned in that stuff anymore. Like you recognize it for what it is. Okay, and it's almost like you have the key. You're trying to hand them the key. You toss the key in. They choose to disregard the key. So it's like, well, that's your business. Like if you want to stay trapped in your shadow prison, deuces. Like what you to be continued loading. Okay. So something is still being continued for you. Something is still being something is still loading. Okay. Okay. What's up, you guys? It says people have been experiencing major karma behind the scenes for what they've done to you. Yep. And there's something about people trying to convince you that they're okay. They're trying to convince you that they're just as powerful as you. They're trying to convince you that they're just as strong as you. They're just as unbothered as you. These are people who perceive you as unbothered, mature, strong, determined, focus on your own shit, focus on your own path. Okay, this could be people who are obsessed or obsessing over you. It says being haunted by those that so this is so some there's a person here or some individuals who are being haunted by those they have murdered or those that whom they've engaged in insensible acts toward. These insensible acts can involve embarrassing somebody, okay? Okay? Or some type of fraud, some type of family fraud or scam. Death. So let's read what's out here, okay, before I move forward. Cause what the fuck? You were reincarnated here, past life royalty. You are this way for a reason. Some of you guys, there's something about you being past life royalty. Now, for you to be divine royalty, God's royalty, there's something about spiritual gifts, you being inclined like with certain gifts and abilities, you know, like for those people who were dreamers, it says you are my motivation. People who have the gift of dream interpretation and visions and intuition, you know, all that. So there's a family fraud scam being exposed in regards to a death here. Okay, you got family fraud and death. So these people, some of you guys as family members, karmic family members, who participate in like death rituals, okay, for money, for status, okay, for continuance, especially with this to be continued loading energy under construction. These people are being haunted by um, whether this was other family members that they murdered. So they try to do this same thing to you, but you have an indestructible spirit. And this is intentional. You came to this bloodline. You reincarnated in this bloodline. Okay. You was a part of a prayer. You know, sometimes for those prayerful family members, those prayerful elders and stuff like that, when they pray over their family, when they pray over their lineage, when they pray over the bloodline, you know, sometimes for those of us who are star seeds, those of us who are called and chosen, we're a part of those prayers. So we may come, you ever heard somebody say that they prayed for their child, like they literally prayed for to have a daughter that's like this, or they prayed for this son. You were literally prayed for, you were asked for, you were requested directly from God, okay, like to assist in some type of energy transmutation, okay. And this is why you have this indestructible spirit. Some of you guys, you know, it took some time for you to it took, unfortunately, these attacks to remind you that you have this indestructible spirit, to remind you who you are. Yeah, it's something about sending you your natural insightful tendencies, your natural curiosity, something like that. Like it literally guided you to the answers that you needed in regards to your true identity. Okay, to help you understand why you experience certain karmic cycles with certain people. Okay, there's something significant about somebody experiencing a freak accident. Okay, this is somebody who's being haunted by those they've murdered, okay, or those that whom they've engaged in sensible acts toward. Okay, a free accident. For some of you guys, this could be karmic family, or this could be somebody focused on you, their karmic family. I don't know. You got church in the wild. This can be people who's supposed to be in the church. You got disabled. This can be somebody who is now disabled or who was disabled. Okay. Somebody being disabled could have been a part of them being haunted, or could have been a part of a backfire. Okay, of course that's not the case for everybody who gets disabled. Let's be clear. Okay, and that's what I'm getting to. Like somebody was literally working to try and disable you. Like, somebody was trying to disable you. Like somebody was trying to literally affect somebody's mobility. Oh my god, you see this? So this can look like attacking your spine, your nervous system, your feet, okay, your vehicle if you have a vehicle, your ability to your strength, like just your bodily strength and vitality. Like this is what was being attacked. You got to protect myself. So I don't know if somebody is trying to say that they were blackmailing somebody to protect themselves. Oh my god. There's somebody here being okay. There's somebody being confronted or held accountable, okay, about some type of embarrassing acts out of desperation. Uh-huh. It's something about whoever they're venting to asking the right questions. Okay. There's something significant about a prayer that you prayed so that not whoever they try to take your name to and try to ridicule you, put you down, or use you and try to harvest off you, you prayed for the listening ears. You prayed over the listening ears when it comes to your name. So they're not just going to be met with people who's just going to follow up with the gossip and the slander and just the low vibrational toxic energy. There's something about these people having to be met with another sound mind, okay, and be confronted, be held accountable. Okay, are they going to take accountability? I mean, holding somebody accountable and somebody taking accountability is two different things. Okay, but the person is not able to get what they wanted out of attacking you, harassing you, or abusing their authority, abusing their power. They're not getting what they wanted out of it, is the point. Okay? And so somebody could be trying to say that the reason that they did something, said something, or whatever, is to protect themselves. Okay? But there's something about you needing to protect yourself from them. Like, there, if anything, you come or you bring protection wherever you go. This is somebody who is benefiting from you, okay? Postnatal. Postnatal? Nah, I don't do that. Anyway. Postnatal. So that was intentional. Postnatal is after birth, right? So there's something about you birthing something. There's something about you creating something, or there's something about you getting a significant blessing literally right before somebody came and tried to embarrass you or try to get a reaction or try to attach themselves to you, okay? Something is a blessing in disguise, okay? It's always working out in your favor. It always works out for your good. You got witchcraft playfully. So this could be somebody who engages in witchcraft playfully. They don't take it serious, or they don't understand, or they don't take it serious, that gossip, slander, bad mouthing you, lying and shit like that. Like they don't take it serious that that's a form of witchcraft. Okay? It's a form of witchcraft. Period. You don't have to call it witchcraft, but if you got ill intent, you know you wrong, you know you lying, you know you in devilish energy. Okay, you know you just feel threatened by this person, okay, and so you're trying to abuse your resources, so to speak. Okay? Yeah, no. I don't give a fuck anymore. That's your energy. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, y'all do the same shit. And proper oh my god. What the hell? They do the same shit. There's something significant about somebody who is improperly caring for their kids just to go fuck off. Okay. Damn. Embarrassing acts out of desperation. That's certainly that. Okay. All right. So it says, I want you all to myself. I don't even really feel no positive. Yes, I do. Most of what's on my channel is live readings. That's funny. But with this, I want you all to myself. Again, these are people who are making embarrassing, desperate attempts to attach themselves to you. Okay, trying to get a reaction so they can filter your energy. Again, somebody attempted to do this and it failed. Okay, and it's like the backlash of it failing, because mind you, they still gave up their energy that you transmuted. So there's something about them feeling weak, something about them feeling the complete opposite of what they typically feel when they play these type of mind games or do these type of attacks towards quote unquote unsuspecting victims. You're not an unsuspecting. First of all, you're not unsuspecting. Second of all, you're not a victim. So they need you to give a fuck. Okay? They need you to give a fuck for them to get that high. And so because you did not give them that high, there's something about somebody feeling a very undeniable low. So much so that they had to like quickly tap into one of their other forms of supply to try to get that reboost, get that charge back, because they couldn't get it off you. Yep. Yeah, there's something about you preserving your energy. That's what's making you like even more powerful, or like making you more indestructible. Okay, some of you guys could be celibate as well. Some of you guys could be like very reserved when it comes to where you plug your energy. Okay, again, there's, well, I didn't say it before, but there's nothing wrong with going out, being entertained, having a good time. If you want to, go party here and there, that's your business. But for those of you who this is for, this is somebody who does not overindulge in that shit at all. Okay, you don't overindulge. So it's something about you not being vulnerable. You're not being vulnerable enough for something to attach to you. Okay, and even if they were able to attach something to you, okay, you pray all the time, and you pray directly for whatever that is that's trying to invade your energy. Okay, this is something about people trying to do things to you, and they want you to sit in your mind and your head about it. You send that energy right back. No thanks. It's not welcome. Those are not my thoughts. Those are yours. You know. hmm Somebody underestimated just how wise, just how powerful you are when it comes to your authority over yourself. For some of you guys, there can be an age difference. Okay, there can be a status difference, so to speak, as well in the earthly realm. So this is somebody who may not even have like a whole lot of knowledge or understanding about um ranking and stuff, like when it comes to the spirit realm. Yeah, it says you are you are. So whenever you find yourself reflecting the energy that's not really like you know that this is an automatic like sign. Okay, who is this? Like, let me get to work, let me pray, like let me do my due diligence. Okay, because this card says you are reflecting the traits of someone who is heavily in your energy. Yeah, nah. Clarify the energy. There was definitely energies desperately trying to swap this with you, though, like wanting you to reflect what they're feeling, what they're having to do to cope, what they, heavy emphasis on this fake ass like facade, though, like trying to prove strength. Like there's a heavy emphasis on that. It says it wasn't as good as they hyped it up to be. This could be somebody who overhypes themselves or overhypes certain things and stuff like that. This could be somebody, this is definitely giving desperate for attention. Somebody has a problem with the fact that you get attention, okay? And you don't have to engage in desperate acts to get the attention. First of all, you're mindful about the kind of attention you attract in the first place. All attention ain't good attention. Okay, especially if you are somebody that's attractive. Like, nah, we is not out here trying to attract all attention. Absolutely not. We're trying to protect ourselves out here. hmm It says this person. It says this person. So somebody feels like they're in love with you. It says this person is in love with you. Love spells, evil eye, or ill wishing has influenced this bond. Okay, but you don't give a. Okay, let me bring it. Let me be nice. It's not that you don't give a fuck about certain individuals that you obviously love, but you don't give a fuck about the immature attempts to recruit your energy and your attention. Like you have a level of like standard and expectation that you're not bending for anymore. Like there's something about you bending your standards, like in the past, out of that love that you have for somebody. But you understand, like, first of all, I came with these standards. You was attracted to me and, living my life according to these standards, that I've developed, with God for myself. So why should I shift or minimize or diminish that just because it's you tripping over your toes and your feet? Like, oh well, get back up and try again. It says your prosperity is on the other side of this person. There's something about, because somebody refusing to grow or evolve or cut off, okay, energies that were intentionally placed there to keep them stagnated, to pull them back, okay. Again, somebody wanted you to engage in embarrassing acts out of desperation. So You rejected an outcome, okay, in regards to some type of attack. You rejected this outcome, or you transmuted this energy, and you literally got some type of boost in your prosperity as a result. So it's like God has made things a little too clear and a matter of fact to you when it comes to dealing with people who want demon time. Like, and when it comes to your energy, your abundance, your prosperity, and how to keep authority over it, how to maintain authority. I don't know why I just thought about a treasurer or a treasury. How to maintain authority over your shit. Okay? Period. Which also means your power, okay? Honestly, so there is something significant about inappropriate touching. I'm getting several messages about this, trigger warning. So one of the messages is some of you guys are tapping into what exposed you, okay, the earlier moments of what exposed you to some type of repetitive karmic pattern or cycle, or why is something constantly being used, okay, to try and defeat you or harvest you. Like, there's something about you tapping into that, uprooting something, like getting to the root of something, or just having that understanding and being armed with that understanding. You move with wisdom, okay. Also, this is that touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Somebody was inappropriately touching you, or at least trying to, okay? And that's how it's being deemed in the spirit realm. They're being, listen, when it comes to spiritual court, spiritual law, that is how it's being deemed. Whatever that was, okay? Whoever that was trying to embarrass you, that's being viewed as inappropriately touching a divine being, okay? They're in violation. So they can laugh, they can talk, they can recruit, they can pretend, they can whatever. Starvation and famine. It says, don't allow the shadows of others cloak the light unendingly available to you. You don't allow these people to cloak your light. Because you understand this light is unendingly available to you through source, through the divine. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Lord. It says the police are watching them. I feel like this is referring to your spirit team, your divine loving angels. And you have you have thousands of angels assigned to you. Period. So I don't know what these people was looking for you to do, like, but you don't have to do any of that at all. For what? I'm just let God handle it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cleanse this up off me that you trying to latch on to me. Yeah, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. So somebody could feel like you guys could be very dismissive to incomplete energy as well. So again, like this card that came out and says they are in love with you. Love spells, evil eye, or ill wishing has influenced this bond. Okay. I feel like, some of you guys may have prayed, honestly, I feel like praying over your love life in general, somebody wants you to pray for them. I'm just gonna say it. This person wants you to pray for them. This person that's in love with you, and there ain't nothing wrong with praying for them. Like, what's wrong with praying for somebody? At the end of the day, regardless of the nature of those prayers, edification is required. To whom much is given, much is required. If you want God to adhere to you, you still have to honor spiritual laws, right? You still have to take actions on your end to, you know what I'm saying, to receive. Okay? So maybe you have prayed for this person, okay? You can be somebody who just very prayerful. You could be somebody who prays for your enemies while they're trying to prey you. Yeah. So, but again, besides that, you can kind of be coming off dismissive to energies that you know are capable. They're more than capable. They're more than capable, and you're not going to allow your energy to be drained trying to compensate for a whole nother soul. Why? Why would you need to do that? Okay. So somebody could have been motivated to try and embarrass you because of your beauty, okay? Again, this has a lot to do with the attention that you get. You can be somebody that's very polite, okay? Try to be cordial, very kind, cooperative, where there's harmony, but also somebody who's very firm when it comes to their boundaries. You know, you don't feel shaken up or feel fearful to speak the truth or be transparent in a situation just because somebody's trying to abuse their power or authority. Like, that's not going to make you cower away from the truth or cower away from defending yourself righteously. Okay, and somebody had a rude awakening about that. This could have been somebody who felt less than at a young age. Okay, this person who was in love with you, they could have been made to feel less than at a young age. Some of you guys could have definitely had karmic family here. You got family fraud exposed, scam. You guys could have also had your fair share of people trying to make you feel less than at a young age. But you this is why you're indestructible. This is a part of why you're indestructible. Okay, you got a lot of practice. It says, I get emotional about this connection despite my tough demeanor. So there's energies who, get emotional about their connection or about a connection with you, or I don't know whether this connection is still present or not. Okay. There's individuals who get emotional. They're getting emotional about a connection with you or connection loss, despite a tough demeanor. These are people who are trying to present some type of tough demeanor. Okay. You see through it and you don't give a fuck, honestly, at all. Like, whether they put on a tough demeanor or not. At the end of the day, like, justice is going to be served. So it says their anxiety from guilt is taking a toll on them. Well, honestly, that's really all. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, all you have to do is maintain authority and self-control over your emotions, over you responding. This is somebody trying to there's something about an energy of trying to there's this energy of somebody who really thought that they intimidated you, or they wanted this feeling of intimidating you. But why do you need to be intimidated by any human who's not God? Like, this is crazy to me. Anyway, it says receiving free gifts from the universe as a reward from God. They can't stop that. Okay? There's something significant about people constantly trying to use this tactic of removing things from you or something like that. Okay? And you're receiving gifts from the universe as reward from God. Okay? Shaking my head. Meanwhile, there are some individuals here flexing off stolen inheritances. So there's something about you creating or you generating a new wealth or a new prosperity, or there's more than where that came from. Like, if something was taken from you, stolen from you, there's more than what that came from, especially with this under construction and mobility. Okay. And then on the back of this card, I got wiping out all oppressors. So these are energies who have oppressed you. These are energies who made attempts to oppress you. Okay? Look, I just heard trying to oppress you to impress someone. Like, okay, with this administration, for some of you guys, it has something to do with work. Somebody tried to oppress you to impress administration, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. Okay? Or a group of people. Look, but you're their motivation. That's crazy. You are my motivation. All right, so somebody says that they know what they did to separate us. Okay, so maybe somebody wants to communicate this, or maybe this is just some type of revelation that somebody's getting directly from source or with the divine, or whatever. Okay, whatever their means are for gaining that insight. It says a leveling up in your status. And you know what I just heard after I said it? And it's still none of their business. Somebody got a problem with you not including them in your business as it pertains to your level ups. What the fuck they got to do with anybody else? Somebody feels like somebody wants you to be flashier. Somebody wants you to be like more show offy and stuff like that. For what? Because this is deeper than what they've expected. Yeah. Okay. Somebody's realizing that you're deep. You're deeper than what they've expected. Right. And you know what's also happening now too? You know what's happening? That energy of people trying to get a rise or a reaction out of you, and or trying to make things hard for you, or trying to one-sidedly compete. That energy, what's happening is when you respond with this wisdom and this maturity and you don't engage, you refuse to give them your energy to produce anything off of. Use your own energy. No, I'm good. I'm content with working with mine. You work with yours. What ends up happening is another level up in your energy, in your status. Yeah. Shaking my head, especially look, a temporary pause. You see that? Yeah. Somebody was deceived by a temporary pause. Again, with this under construction energy, okay? Relax your mind and all of that. There's something about you recovering, or you getting your rest, or you having a nice balance between rejuvenating yourself and being out in the world, or whatever you do, for work, whatever you do for your labor of love. Okay, you're somebody who makes time, okay, to balance yourself. You make time, okay, to fully rejuvenate yourself, or God has put you in a position where you can do that. Damn. You understand the importance of that. You understanding you needing to be whole. Okay. All right. Yeah. You've definitely surpassed some type of old paradigm, or like of giving a fuck about what these people got to say about you, what they think, what they telling others about you, especially if it's not the truth. If the source is not the truth, who cares? If the source is not the truth, if they gotta bend the truth, if they gotta emphasize, if they gotta mix the signals, who cares who they talking to, how many of them it is, what they talking about, how loud they are, who cares if it's a lie? The hell, there's something about somebody exposing some type of character flaws as well, or you helping to expose or highlight some type of character flaws. It says saying is one thing when it's really another. I had just got out my mouth. Who cares if they're trying to gossip, slander, whatever they're trying to do out of a lie? Who cares when it's a lie? That has everything to do with the person that's speaking a lie. That has nothing to do with Divine Collective. Somebody who's trying to force some type of energy onto who you are, like force something onto your image or something like that. Lord. Look, sorry, not sorry. It needed to be said. It's somebody who wanted you to feel sorry for speaking the truth or telling the truth in a situation. Somebody wanted you to feel sorry for handling something with maturity. Somebody wanted you to feel sorry for handling something with wisdom. Somebody wanted you to feel sorry for not letting them get away with something that they were trying to do to you underhandedly. And now what? Now what's happening? Running toward their death. Sheesh. Hurricanes. Now they're experiencing storms, emotional storms. Now we already had a card that said what? What is that? What does it say? Their anxiety from guilt is taking a toll on them. Hurricanes. What else? What else this spirit say? What else this spirit say? Bro, I know something came out about something emotional. Okay, I don't see it right now, so we're gonna keep it moving. Wow, look at all this water, y'all. The motion of the ocean. Look at this is somebody who's going through the motions. Somebody's going through the emotions because they couldn't put you in some type of toxic emotions. Or they couldn't look, life support, they couldn't latch on to you, okay, to fuel up off you. Oh, now they in need of life support. Somebody can be on life support. Someone is in there. Oh my Someone is in their thoughts about this life support. See? Gots to be more careful. Voodoo, shaking my head, bruh. Gots to be more careful. 10, because you're 10 steps ahead. God keeps you 10 steps ahead. If you ain't know, there's a scripture that says, before these things spring up, I shall tell you of them. Somebody got a problem with you being available for God. Keeping you on, keeping you on your P's and Q's before they make any move. Somebody got a problem with that about you. Don't have a problem with collective. Have a problem. Address that problem within yourself. Don't have a problem with collective. You got a problem with God, because God promised this to us if we are in loyalty to God. So what's the problem? Okay. Tell your deepest tell you their deepest secrets. God will literally tell you your enemy's deepest secrets by them constantly trying to invade and exploit your energy. They got a problem with that. They got a problem with that. This has something to do with somebody trying to pry into your business as well. And now God is revealing their deepest secrets to you. Hello. Why? Just so you can get to the bottom of what's up with this person. What's up? So what motivated this person to move this way towards me, Most High? And God lets you know. Gives you that peace, gives you that clarity, gives you that reassurance. Yeah. There's somebody who thought they was going to create some type of whirlwind for you, or some type of hell week in reverse. And they're over, and now they're feeling shameful. Oh. 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 With that hell week energy, look, yeah, well, with that hell week energy, in reverse, like that energy is literally reversing. Like there's something about somebody wanting you to experience like a consecutive bad juju, bad consecutively, back to back. This is giving getting sick. Something happening with your car, something happening with your housing, some da 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 da. But it's oh, Lord have mercy. I feel like the root work of this is death, because that death card came out immediately. Now you got voodoo out here too. It's gonna be somebody who's brightening their skin, or they have some type of self-worth issues. Okay, it's somebody who gets controlled by vanities. You're not controlled by vanities. Anyway, it says, I crave the smell and sensation of your skin, your voice, the way you look into my eyes sensually. Okay, so somebody is definitely fiending for your energy, okay, missing you. And I'm telling you, you're coming off like you're kind of dismissing it, because do something then. Say something. Make it clear. Like imprisonment spell. Nobody sees you. Everyone ignores you. Loneliness, rituals, and isolation magic. Okay, moving along. All right, what in the world? I feel like, honestly, a lot of these spells, or whenever they try to get the spell to stick onto you, it appears to you first as an illusion. It's an offer. It's an invitation. It's a knock on your energetic door. Okay? Wanting to come in, needing you to welcome it, needing you to allow it in. And you guys are not doing that. And this is what's killing off your competition, or anybody who tries to compete with you. Shaking my head. Positive energy. Your positive energy is killing off your competition. And you know what I'm hearing? No, the benevolent positivity, not the malevolent positivity, the fake, the toxic positivity. Okay, there's something about individuals who engage heavily in toxic positivity for an image. Okay, their friends, to trying to oppress those who truly are benevolent to impress their friends. These people probably not even their friends. Shaking my head. For feminines, my feminines, there was definitely somebody here trying to attack your sacral and your root chakra. Okay, you got magical thoughts right when I said that. This can even be somebody who feels for any of you guys who've been intimate, okay, or if this person here who's saying that they're in love with you, where there was love spells and all that projected onto the connection. This person who's craving your energy right now, your voice, all of that. Yeah, there's something very magical about that down there. What in the world? It says finessing the plug backfires. Has it been 50 minutes already? Oh damn, it's time for me to go. Finessing the plug backfires. Okay, so there's something significant about energies whom it was unnecessary for them to try and embarrass you or try to abuse their authority. It was unnecessary because something about your character, how you are, you're already the type of person that motivates people anyway. You're not a hater, okay? If you have something of value to offer or that you know will be helpful to somebody, you offer it if you feel like they're deserving. Okay, if they exude an energy that you feel comfortable, you feel guided to share with them. So whatever they did to try and finesse you or finesse something out of you, it has backfired. Okay, they just as fake as their eyebrows. Okay. hmm Projecting their feelings of losing you. Well, look at this. I'm about to show this, and I'm gonna be out of here. I gotta go. What is this? What is this about? What is this about? What is this about? Well, rest in peace to whatever minions and flying monkeys, okay, were recruited to try and embarrass you or oppress you, collective. It says, I've changed for you. You could have changed some of these people who were recruited to be minions and flying monkeys in your life. You could have changed them. Leading by example. Mm-hmm. This could also be other people's flying monkeys and minions and stuff like that, okay? It says, I've changed for you. All right, you guys. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for those who watched. Please like the video if any of